Hi, I'm Jared Borup at George Mason University, and I'm here to talk to you about how to make good videos. One thing that we've learned about is that it's so simple to make videos. The technology is sleek, it's nice, it's easy to use. The hard part is not learning how to make a video. The hard part is learning to make a good video. So oftentimes when someone is starting to make a video, they get kind of nervous about it and they feel like they have to be perfect. They feel like they have to be like what they see on television. That's not the case. You don't need to be a YouTube star. All you need to do is convey a message, but also do it in a way where the video is nice and engaging to watch. So there are six keys that we're going to talk about in this lesson. The first key is make sure that your audio is good. If your video has bad audio, then no one's going to watch it. It's too painful to watch. In fact, audio is better than the visuals because at least they can listen to you even if the videos or the audio is bad. So I don't know if you can notice, but I have a makeshift lapel mic right here. And all I did is I took my headphones, my earbuds, and it had a little microphone on it. So I tucked it in my shirt, put the microphone outside a little bit, and so that I can speak. Really simple trick, but oftentimes you might have like earbuds or something like that. You can use those. Some people have the big headsets with like a microphone right by the mouth. Any of those are great. Just make sure the audio is decent and listenable. The second key is lighting. The lighting is really important. You don't want to be backlit. You don't want to be washed out. You don't want to have a side light where you have lots of shadows. Oftentimes the simplest thing that you can do is sit in front of a window and record that way instead of sitting with your back towards a window. You might want to use some lighting. So if you could look around, you would see I have these lamps that I use. I have two lamps to the side of me to kind of light the room because the lighting isn't very good right now. It's kind of at the evening for me. And I don't want to look like I'm recording in a dark room. The other thing is that you need to maintain eye contact. If I was constantly looking down or looking at another screen, that would kind of make it feel like I'm not interested or I'm not making a connection to you or something like that. So it's good to look into the webcam. Even if there's a screen of you talking below the webcam, avoid it. Don't look at yourself. Look at them. Look at the webcam. The other thing that you can do to do that is if you have notes, like I have notes, I just created a sticky note and I put it right by the webcam. That probably shook the webcam a little bit, taking that off. So that's a trick that you could do, or even have a Word document, typed up the notes, but then put it on the upper half of the screen would be great. The other thing that you can do is stage your background a little bit. So I don't know if you notice this beautiful plant behind me, or my lovely family up here, or some interesting books behind me, some of my favorite books or my daughter's favorite books. All that is kind of staged, not exactly, but I did take a few minutes to look around and think, oh, what are they going to see during my video? So that's something to consider. Don't record. If you can avoid it, don't record in just a blank wall, but also don't record with lots of mess going on in the background either. Sometimes these new programs will completely blur out the background, but I don't recommend that either because it's a great opportunity for you to show your environment to your students and help them to feel a connection with you. So I would just show your background, just take a few minutes to stage it slightly. The other thing is be natural. I don't know if you can tell, but this is not scripted. I kind of have my notes that I showed you, but again, I shook the camera a little bit when I took the notes off and I thought, oh, should I re-record? No, I'm not going to re-record. That is one mistake that people do, is when they start making videos, they re-record and re-record and re-record until they're so sick of recording that it's not like the last one is any better than the first. They just got tired of re-recording, so then they post it. So just go with the flow, be natural. You don't need to be perfect. We've interviewed lots of students. They don't want you reading from a script, just like you don't want your students reading from a script. You want your students to be prepared, but then deliver a message. And I'm certainly prepared. I'm delivering the message, but am I perfect? No. Is that my goal? Certainly not. The other thing is keep it short. You want to keep it to about 6 minutes or less. That's when we find with the research that the engagement drops off on these videos. They'll stop watching them. So you want to keep it to about that limit. Certainly there's exceptions to that, but that's the target at least. So with that, keeping it short, I'm going to end this here. I invite you to read over the material on the lesson and then share your thoughts. There'll be a prompt at the end of that lesson. So anyway, thank you and look forward to hearing your thoughts.